Hey guys, this is the real UGC. I'm UGC KraZed, and today I'll be showing you how to build a basic farm. The farm I'll be showing you how to build will actually be in the sky. I've received a few messages and comments saying that the farm that we built on our hard mode server, people are really impressed with that pretty much, so I wanted to show you how I did that, and so you guys can do it at home and obviously keep your crops nice and safe for them pesky creepers. What you want to start with first is your dirt. What I do is I make it 2 layers thick. I put the layout underneath. I actually forgot to put it in as soon as I started. Not the best start for a tutorial, doing it wrong to begin with. But it's easy to do it this way. If you put the bottom one first and then plant the one on top like that, just makes it a bit easier. Make sure you have got your right stick clicked in. You'll have that little man in the top left. If you have a look at him, you can see he's crouched over. That just means it's pretty much impossible for you to fall off. Sometimes the game does have a spasm and makes you fall, not too sure why, but it does like to throw you off at random occasions. The dimensions I'm going to use for my farm will be 13 blocks lengthwise this way, so it'll be 6 blocks either side of the middle block. So obviously if you include the middle block onto there, you've got 13. This will make you have enough room for a walkway around the edge, 3 troughs for your crops, and a pathway between all of your crops as well. So that's a pretty good size for a starter farm at least. And I also do it 10 blocks this way, that's including the block at the end. So you see I'm adding an additional 9 blocks onto this. I mean, one of the main benefits of having this kind of farm, if you look down you can see I'm really high up. Nothing you can get here. If you've got a house, build a small tower going up, build a little bridge coming away from the top part, and you've got the perfect base for your farm. So it's still next to your house, just put a ladder going up the tower and you've got your farm up there. You can work on it through the night, you can harvest your crops, plant, that way you haven't got to waste your night time if you are in a difficulty with monsters, and nothing's going to walk along them, because I've had sheep and everything kill my crops. It's ridiculous. What I've just done there is I've filled the bottom layer in. The top layer I haven't touched remotely, so don't touch the top layer at all yet. That's what we're going to do now. I've just withdrawn some wood from my chest, I've pressed X, and now I'm turning the wood into wood planks. I've made 64, which is more than enough. Now this is going to be my pathway around and through my farm. You guys feel free to use whatever you want. I mean, moss stone personally is my favourite. I really like moss stone. Unfortunately the server that I am playing on, I haven't found any dungeons yet, so I can't actually use moss stone. But send me some videos of your things, guys. If you send me some pictures, whatever kind of farms you make, let me see them. I'd be interested to see what kind of designs people come up with, because this is obviously a basic square one, so I would like to see what you guys can make. But what you do now to make the troughs is you change to your dirt, make a U shape like this. A lot of people don't make the U shape. A lot of people leave the gap at the end empty and just go straight up to the wooden planks. I personally like to put that block in the middle there, because if you think of every single trough, if you put one each end, all you're filling in is water. You're not losing any walkway or anything, and you're still growing 2 extra seeds per trough. So I like to do it like that personally. That's up to you guys if you want to do it. I just prefer it. Like I said, you're only taking up a space of water. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to mimic all that all the way across. That makes my 3 troughs. And you see the 2 pathways through the middle. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I really like it. It's in the sky. I don't know why. I've got a little thing for it. I'm just going to plant my torches really quick, because obviously I am on hard mode, like I've said before. I don't want anything coming up here and killing me or destroying my progress or anything. So if I can just stop things spawning up here, keeps it all protected, and keep the sheep away from my crops. I think he's going to have to die soon, isn't he? He looks a bit evil. Do you think he looks like he's going to kill my crops? I don't know, I've got to be careful. I don't like the look of him. Did he just nod at me when I said that? When I asked him if he's going to kill my crops? Look at him looking at me! Oh, I don't like him. Anyway, back to the objective at hand. Change to your water buckets. You're going to go to your trough. We're going to fill this in with water now, so your soil will be nice and moist. Press the left trigger on the end block. It will start to flow. Go to the other end block. Press the left trigger again. That will start to flow. Change to another bucket. Fill the 2 middle squares in. Like I said, the 2 middle squares, that is if obviously you follow the same dimensions of trough as me. You may still have some dip down bits if you've got bigger troughs, smaller troughs. You'll have to test that. You don't have to balance it out. I mean, that's your personal preference. Personally, I like to run rivers through and then have it like a constant flow, or like a waterfall and things, but this is just obviously the beginner's way of doing it. So you can even leave it like I've just got like this sagging in the middle. So play with it really, see what kind of things you guys can come up with. Show me what kind of things you can come up with, like water wise. I mean, I saw one which, to be honest, I thought was amazing. He had a lever which opened kind of like a trapdoor kind of thing, and the water would pour in, similar to what they do on the PC version. The water would pour in and then fill the troughs, and he'd close the lever and the water would obviously drain away. It was really cool. I mean, when he wanted water in there, he'd leave it open, and then when he didn't want water in there, he'd just close it and then he'd just leave it. It was really cool how it worked. What I've grabbed now is my hoe and my seeds. With the hoe, you just point at the land, well, the soil, you don't point at the wood, and press the left trigger. It tills the earth. You can see it takes a little layer off the top. We're aiming for it to turn into that brown colour I was just pointing at there. It seems to turn quite randomly into its own pace, really, into that. So don't count all your chickens to change all straight away. Give it some time. I mean, just walk off and get yourself a drink or something. By the time you get back, it's usually pretty much mostly done anyway. I mean, I think it took me about 5 or 6 minutes for mine to turn over, but I've had some. I mean, as you'll see up here in a second, as soon as I till one of the lands here, this one here, it just turns instantly dark brown. So it's quite random, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the video forward for you, so you're not just sitting there waiting to watch all the soil change colour into the dark brown. Unfortunately, when I have cut the video, it has started to rain, so it looks a bit rubbish, but you can still see it's the same place. All I've done is I've extended this bit of mud here. I made it 3 thick, and I've expanded the wood here into 2. By mud, I mean dirt. I have a habit of calling it mud. Don't even know why I do it. It's dirt. Equip your seeds now. Seeds are obtained by punching lung grass. You know when you're walking along sometimes and you can see that stupid lung, ugly looking stuff. Punch that. Don't punch the soil from underneath. Punch the grass itself. It's quicker. And then usually, not always, it will drop some seeds for you. You don't even need that many. I've already got seeds because I've already got a farm on another part of the island, so I'm just using some seeds from there. But even if you start, say 5, 6, usually when you harvest the crop, you get some seeds back. So eventually your seeds, as long as you're not trampling on your crops, that's why we've got the pathways here, your seeds will just keep multiplying and multiplying, and you'll be able to plant more and more. And eventually you might have like a 12 trough, 15 trough farm, depending on how much you like farming, of course. You can even plant some sugarcane. The best thing about sugarcane, you don't need to till the land. All you need is these troughs with the dirt, and just put the sugarcane in as I've just done with the seeds, just without the actual till. It's really easy. I mean, this is after a day's gameplay now, in-game Minecraft time, should I say. As you can see, the variety in which it's grown is really random. There's no way to make it grow in an equal way. I've tried so many methods. I've read so many reviews online, but I think it's a lot of rubbish. These ones haven't even grown at all. Just plant them all in, go and build something, have a bit of fun, come back every day and a half. You want these kind of crops, dig these up with the right trigger, you'll get your wheat, and there you go. Collect some of this, you can go and make some bread, get some food, and you've got a nice steady source of food for you guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the videos. Don't forget to hit subscribe, I appreciate it a lot. Don't forget to come back here for more video game content. Take care everybody, goodbye.